Hello friends, welcome to another Gimp tutorial. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how you can use Gimp for photo editing. I will show you some basic to advanced techniques step by step. So without further ado, let's get into it. Right, friends, as you can see, I have got an image here. In fact, I have got two images here. Now, the second layer is invisible because this is our primary image. And that's the layer that we're gonna use later on. So I've got this image as primary image. So as you can see, this is a raw image and there are some issues in this image. We can fix it together. So first I'm going to start with some basic adjustment. So as part of the basic adjustment, first I will be cropping the images. Sometimes that's what you need to do before diving into ultimate editing. However, some people prefer to do it later, but I personally prefer to go with this basic adjustment first. Right, so I will be cropping this image because I don't like this part and I just want to focus on the model instead. To do that, you can activate the crop tool by pressing Command and C, or you just simply can go here and select it. Right, and you can then of course adjust these settings as you want. It's very basic. Right, so there it is. That's how I want to crop it. And then go to layer to image, so that extra part has gone. Right. Another thing that I want to show is that how to straighten the image before you go into further editing, because that's also important and it's part of basic adjustment in my opinion. And for that you can use the measurement tool, and that you can activate by pressing Command and M, or you can just simply go here and select it. So once you select it, you can straighten the image horizontally or vertically, or you can go with automatic setting. I will just, to show you, I'll just draw a line here to check if it's straight enough, and then hit straighten, so that will straighten the image a little bit. However, for this image I think I don't need to do it, but if you need to do it, you can do it. If you want to resize the image, you can also do it before you edit the image, so that if you make an adjustment, that will be more accurate. To scale the image, you need to go here, and then from there you need to go to scale, or you can press Command and S to activate the scaling tool. So here you can adjust the width and height as you want, and pay attention to this. If you want to modify the height and width separately, then deselect this, and if you want to do it together, then make sure that this sign is connected together. Right, so I'm not going to increase or decrease any size here for this image because I think it's okay, but if you want, that's how you can do it. So now we are gonna move into exposure and color adjustment, and that is, I think, quite important to enhance the picture. To adjust this, first you need to go to color menu, from there exposure. Here, as you can see, this picture is underexposed, quite dark, so we need to increase the exposure level a little bit. Okay, I think that's fine. You can also increase and decrease the black level as you want. Whenever you are happy, hit OK. So now I'm going to check the color level. To do that, you need to go to here, color menu again, and then levels. So here you can adjust also according to your preference. As you can see, this part is brighter than this part, and that's why it shows a spike up here. And if we want to increase or decrease this, we can do that accordingly. But I think, considering this image, this is fine. However, if you want to adjust the color levels, you can do it by moving this lines. so that will give you more perspective to enhance your image. Hit OK when you are happy. Next, I will adjust the hue and saturation. To do that, go to color menu again, and from there hue and saturation. So here you can adjust the color selectively by clicking on one of these, or you just can go with the original setting. If you keep it like this, that means it's gonna affect the whole image when you increase and decrease the hue, lightness and saturation. So here we will be increasing the saturation a little bit, and decrease the hue a little bit. I will keep the lightness to the same level basically, but you can spend time adjusting as you want, depending on the result that you want to produce. You can play with selective options, or you can just go with overall adjustment. That's how you can adjust exposure and color. There are more options here that you can check them. It's nothing wrong. You can go with shadow, highlights, brightness, contrast, all this, depending on the image that you use. Feel free to check them out and see what works best for you. Right, so in third step, you can retouch the image by using certain tools. First, we can use spot healing tool, and that is here. Healing tool. If you don't see it here, you can activate it by pressing H. Right, so what it does, it basically enables you to copy pixel from one place to another, and that copied pixel can be blended where you place it with that pixel. For instance, let's say we want to heal this part. So I'm going to grab the pixel from here and we'll be brushing over it. And as you can see, it has been healed. You can adjust the brush settings here. You can choose any brush you want, softer brush or whatever, size, aspect ratio, angle, spacing, hardness and force as you want for producing a better result. So that's how you can do it. You also can use clone tool. That's basically copy pixel from one place to another. It doesn't blend with the existing pixel. So let's say if I copy from here, you need to place the circle wherever you want and then press Command and then take this now to wherever you want. So it's gonna copy pixel from here to wherever I move this. Remember to press the Command key for spot healing and clone tool once in a place from where you want to take the pixel, and then release it immediately, and then freely you move this circle where you want to paste the pixel. Right. So the other tools can be used for retouching are blur and sharpen, dodge and burn. So to activate blur and sharpen, press Command and U, or you can find them from here. Right, so let's say we want to sharpen the face here and the hair. To do that, to blur the face, you just need to brush over the face or wherever you want to, and obviously you can adjust the brush size and hardness and force according to your preference. If you increase the hardness and force, that will have stronger effect on the picture, and if you decrease them, it will have softer effect on the area you brush over. To sharpen, we need to press Command and just brush over the face. The reason you don't see the massive difference is because I haven't increased the hardness and force too much, because that will be a little too much if I do so. But that's how you can sharpen and blur the area that you want to by using sharpen and brush tool. The other tool that can be used is the dodge and burn tool, that can be activated by pressing Command and D or from here. So what this tool does is that it selectively brighten and darken the area. For instance, to dodge, which actually brighten the area, you need to brush over the area you want to brighten. As you can see, it's brightening the area. Similarly, if you want to darken it, then you have to press Command and brush over the area. As you can see, it's been darkening now. Right, so that's how you can use dodge and burn tool for retouching. Right, so the next step I call is advanced level. That's where you can work with multiple layers. As you can see, I already have got another layer here, but it's not visible right now. We need to visible it by clicking on this eye, and now we have got it. Sometimes you can combine multiple layers to produce an expected result that you want for whatever reason, to enhance the color or get rid of the background or blend with the background, things like that. Right, so you can do that in different ways, but I personally prefer using layer mask. So what is layer mask? Layer mask basically allows us to selectively modify the layer. So to add layer mask on an active layer, you need to right click on that layer and then add layer mask. You can use different layer mask, but for this tutorial I prefer to go with white full opacity. Right, now as you can see that the primary layer is invisible. We are gonna decrease the opacity a little bit just to have an idea where the model is standing, and then make sure that your paintbrush tool is selected. You can activate it by pressing P or simply click on that. Make sure that the background color is white and foreground color is black. So by doing so, we can make the model visible. Similarly, if you want to cover it up, then change the background color to black. Right. Now I'm going to the mode here. Now it's normal. I am going to change it to overlay. Let's have a closer look. I would probably adjust here a little bit. In that case, we want to get rid of this, so I'm going to change the background color. Right, so it's more natural, at least right now. That's it. You always can spend more time to adjust and produce whatever the result that you want. These are the techniques basically that you can use to edit photos in Gimp. Friends, I hope this tutorial will help you. Please let me know in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.